Hello, I'm Chess Esper Luna. This is a video on stalemating on the weak side. What I mean by that is you with only a king can actually stalemate black in this position. All right, this is part of our defense videos. Very important to know how to hold and defend certain positions. And believe it or not, as white, you can save this position with just the king. All right, and it's not that you're getting stalemated, you're actually stalemating your opponent. So let's take a look at this. So the first thing we got to do, in general, you want to reach one of these two key squares. All right, you want to reach one of these two key squares. You can't go here because of this king, right? But you can go to C1 because your goal is always going to be to run to the corner. All right, your goal is always going to be to run to the corner because since this is a rook pawn, as you should have learned already in the rook pawn draw video, as long as the king can get here to this corner square, you can draw the game. So first we're going to go to C1. Now what this does, not only does it rush to the corner, but it blocks black from getting to this square. Because as soon as black gets to the B2 square, there's no stopping this pawn from promoting, all right? That pawn's going to go in. The king is going to guide this pawn in. So by playing king c1, it doesn't allow the king to go to the b2 square. So let me show you how this works. Now, black knows that white wants to run to this corner. So black plays king a2 to block the white king from going to b1. So now all you have to do as white is stay on these two squares. These are the two critical squares right here, all right, that you want to be on in order to make this work. So let me show you. Pawn up, king back to c1, pawn up, king back to c2, king, king c1, and now black plays king a2, and you go king c2, stalemate. All right, you are the one with just the king stalemating black with the king and the pawn. Pretty cool trick, right? Now let's say, wait a minute, what if he does different moves? Well, it's possible, but it's gonna be the same result. Like let's say black knows in this position, all right, that if he pushes the pawn up, he's gonna get stalemated. All right, so let's say black moves king up, and then you still go king c2, and now what? You have to go back, and we go king c1, and you go king c2. Now what? The king can still can't get out. All right. So there's no way to. Right now, the king is trapped by his own pawn and by the white king. So let's say from the beginning, all right, here, that he doesn't go king a2. All right. So let's say we just push this pawn. King to the corner, push the pawn, king to the corner, and now you have your classic rook pawn stalemate. So here, pawn up, stalemate. All right, this is a no, and we cannot take this. So here we have a stalemate. And if the king just decides to move, I'm sorry, it's white's turn. The king just decides to move somewhere else. Same thing, you just move your king over, and there's no way to get the pawn in. It's a pretty cool trick, all right? Make sure critical move of king c1, then we are going to stay on our two critical squares, and there is no way that the black king will get out of this position, and you have stalemate. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed this video.